Hi, today we're doing the inspection on a Kenskill model 176, serial number 17524. It's been painted pretty much in an original paint scheme, and it looks really nice. It's got two LP bottles. There's no switch over, so you have to manually switch it over. It has a manual A-frame crank. Everything's been repainted. Hitch seems to work correctly. It has safety chains on it. It's wired for a 7-way, well, it's wired for 4-way, and that's what's going to have to be changed out to get the electric brakes working. It'll have to be the 7-way. The windows, the restorer here had pulled all of them and recocked them and reinstalled them, replaced some of the panes that had deteriorated over the years, fixed a leak up top and a cabinet inside. So everything's looking really nice mechanically outside. Step works. The door here's been redone. Deadbolt was added, and it's got a neat little gizmo here so that you can reach through the screen to lock and unlock it. The handle's still the original. Gotta be careful with these because they like to break the bolt part. The door's in good shape. Got a little latch to hold the door open from the wind. This is the refrigerator cabinet. Inside it looks like there used to be a chimney up top, but it's been aluminum has been placed over it, so it might need to have some work before a LP refrigerator can go back in there. The windows look in good shape. They're all here. And there's a storage cabinet here. The lights on the back have been replaced from what somebody had done. And this all looks good. The rear window looks good. A small hole in the front screen, but nothing of consequence. Curbside looks good. It's a little tight here, but it's got a 20-amp electrical service, so that's adequate for everything but like air conditioning. There's an onboard water tank, so that's the water intake to fill that tank up. Back to the front. So now for the inside, it's got this really nice wood curve in here. A lot of the inside looks absolutely original, even the latches. There's a closet here. The fridge used to be, it's definitely been, the current owner replaced it with this electric one. If you're going to do much camping, you're probably going to want to replace that with at least a LP electric one. And then there's a cabinet here. Again, the chimney area is behind this panel. So we'll have to make that so it goes up through the roof again. There's storage here by the wheel wells. There's a double bed in back. The wood looks pretty good except for a little soft area that's been water damaged at some point. And there's brackets here for a bunk bed. It's going to make it a little tight, but it certainly adds another sleeping spot. The bunk bed is here on the floor. So you unroll it and put it in there and then be able to sleep up on top there. There's storage here. That's where the spare tire is sitting. And there's also doors on either side on the outside to access that storage area. There's a little spice rack and the cabinets. The current owner said that he had to restore this corner of the cabinet. He did a really nice job. There's a splice here, but it looks like it used to. See, there's no fan for the hood, but it does have an opening that lets you vent to the outside. The water is with a hand pump that does operate. There's also a spigot for when you're hooked up to the city water, and we'll test that before we go. Cabinets underneath here. Lots of storage. And the doors all seem to work pretty well. Cutting board. Stove also appears to be original. It's in really nice shape. Has a broiling rack here. It does have a pilot, although the current owner says he turns the pilot off, but we can test that out before we go. And it is hooked up to the gas out front, so it's the only gas appliance in this trailer. And there's another set of drawers here. And then the front dinette area looks to be really in good shape. This table folds down and it becomes a bed. And so we'll test that out before we go. There's also a little gas lamp here. The mantle's broken. And there's more storage up in front here. Seems to work. And so the floor looks like it was replaced probably sometime in the 70s based on the style. Could replace it with some marmoleum, probably get back to something a little more original. I think you'll see what was original if you look underneath it at some point. But the floor seems solid and I don't see any signs of rot. The current owner has, redone the wheels and bearings and repainted everything, so it looks like it's in good shape, and would be capable of making the trip back to Austin.
No, 2 notches in the back, about
Yeah.
2/3 of the way.
But that ends up taking the leg.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes the leg. And it's kind of stubborn to get in there. But, whoops. Think about cutting it off here. I think it's
Oh, hurry, I smashed my head 2 times.
hard to
I tell people, you know, especially the tall ones, I say every time you go.
There's that goes up there, and there's a little L-shape catch it. A little thing swivels.
Okay.
It kind of keeps it on.
It just slides or lifts.
Just pick up a little more and this
There it goes.
And hopefully we got that back one on there. On that. And I put a heavy comforter over the top of it. Sleep like a baby.
So here on the bed's been made, but you can lift up and there's storage, and you can actually see the original flooring on the curb side. On the street side, you've got your water tank that fills from the outside and is serviced by the pump at the sink.